Hey guys, it's Crab. So I wanted to give you guys a new video today about concepts and reflections in Shiny Nikki, because when I first started playing Shiny Nikki, these were very confusing to me. There are a bunch of videos online about Shiny Nikki concepts and reflections, but for me personally, I still felt confused after them, and I think that I want to present the information in a way that made sense to me and hopefully helps other people who might be struggling with understanding it as well. So let's take a look. So the first thing that I want to talk about are concepts, because concepts I think are a lot easier to wrap my head around. So let's go into the arc and let's go to promote concept. Here you can see all your concepts and you can go to the different style tags. So under gorgeous, you can see I have one SSR, and then I have all 3 cloud designer debates, and then the rest are just kind of like extra ones that I have. So you can see that I've leveled up my cloud designer 2 and 3, but I actually recommend just just deepening your cloud designer debate 3, and I'll show you why in a second. The most important thing to know about concepts is that they have a modeling skill. So if you click on it and then you click on deepen, you can see its core skill 1 is increases glamour surge chance by 16%. Modeling skills grant an increased score, and in my case, since it's deepened all the way, it's 24%. So this is just good to know. You want modeling skill as the second part of that sentence. And as you can see, it takes copies of this concept to deepen it. And I'm gonna actually go to the website now and show you. I want to show you basically how I understood this by understanding the greater context of these concepts. So here is the Shiny Nikki Wikipedia page, and I like to scroll down. And since we're looking at elegant concepts, for example, you can see, okay, here are the 3 cloud designer debates. They're all SR. And only 2 and 3 have modeling skills. And the separation and bond, which I also have, I only have separation and bond 2, which is also a modeling skill, which is good to know. And here, so in my head, when I look at this, I say, okay, so it makes sense for me to do 3 cloud designer debates and then the 2 separation and bonds as my like formation. So let's actually make a formation, leave that and go to formations. And as you can see at the top here, we have it for gorgeous. So I'm going to choose my Lowen, even though he's not awakened or anything, and I'll get into awakening later. And you can see you can click equip concept. So the reason why I did 3 is so that I could have the resonance here. As you can see, there's the resonance. And then the third one has the modeling skill, and I've deepened it. And the reason why I upgraded Cloud Designer Debate 2 is because I didn't have Cloud Designer Debate 3 for a little while, and I was just kind of like, I had extra copies, so I thought it's fine to upgrade it. I didn't really see the harm in it. And now my plan is to have my SSR's Separation and Bonds 1 and 2 to the right. It's kind of, I wish that I could, let me see something really quick. So right now my styling power is 22377. I'm curious if I put this in the center without the resonance. Yeah, so okay, so yeah, the resonance is good, and also it might be the fact that my separation bond is not deepened. So if you have like fully leveled out, if you have fully leveled up stuff already and you want to experiment like how your score changes, that might be a good idea. Yeah, so this is basically what I do when I have gorgeous. I'm not even leveling up Illusion of Prosperity, but I'm putting it in there for now. If I wanted to be more competitive, I could probably level it up, but I'm just being patient and waiting for Separation and Bond 1 and then putting all my stuff in there. Okay, so hopefully that's making sense. Basically, you can go to the Wikipedia page, or you can just look at your concepts that you have and look at each one and decide which one is worth deepening. Okay, so the second thing I want to tell you about this is, okay, let me redo this really quick. Okay, the second thing I want to tell you is that every other concept to the left and right of core, so any concept that is not, you're not slotting into the core slot, it does not matter how deepened they are. Their skills do not matter at all and have no effect. But what does matter is that those concepts are leveled up. And this is why URs are better than SSRs and SSRs are better than SRs beyond just the core skill. And that is, let's go back to the Wikipedia page. The max level of a UR is 30, so therefore its max score can like go much higher. So as long as your core concept has been deepened and also leveled up, of course, because you want these points on the right. The other concepts that are to the left and the right, the only thing that matters is their level or this score value here on the right. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I'm going to just say one more thing about concepts, but besides this is all I'm going to talk about because I think they're actually much simpler than the reflections. And the last thing I want to say to you is that the Wikipedia page is pretty nice because each of these tags can be, they have 5 URs in each tags. Okay, there's 5 URs, or you can do what I'm doing, 3 SRs, 2 SSRs. Okay, let's look at the next section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one has 6. They're both 3s too, and I don't know why these are not like you can't click them. Maybe they're not available or something, or there's just not enough information. But I guess for here you could like pick and choose which one you want. It looks like if you did do this, you'd want the one before me 3 as a center skill, or either of these 1 or 2 non-existent tails. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 SSRs, so technically you could put all SSRs if you like are not getting the URs, because these URs are a lot harder to find and a lot harder to level up. So you know you got to keep that in mind. But I'm pretty sure this Pure Wish is like, yeah, okay, this is like only during a specific event. So obviously you can't really like count on that unless the event's coming up, or you know the event's coming up soon, or it's happening right now or something like that. So it's more likely you're going to have Nikki's World 1 and 2, but as you can see, you don't want to deepen either of these. You can level them up because their level does matter if you're not putting them in the core slot, but that's why you would probably want Director's Day 1 through 3, and I guess at this point you'd put Director's Day 1 in the center slot, and then Nikki's World 1 and 2 to the left. So I guess I could show you that in 1 second. This is sweet, right? Oh, this is fresh. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, I have Nikki's World 1. So yeah, Director's Day 1 you'd want, and then 2, then 3. My Director's Day 1, oops, is completely deepened, which is nice. And they're all leveled up. Yeah, so this one I kind of have it ideally. So I got 2 resonances. My center one is a modeling skill increase, and they're all leveled up as to the max that they can in terms of level, not in terms of deepening. So these are basically done until one day I have maybe the one before me or non-existent tail. Let me see how you can get these. Yeah, so these are just gonna happen over time as I keep merging concepts, but I think it's gonna take a while. And let's see this one. Okay, so this one is what I would consider more of like if you're being really sweaty and you want to be in PvP or something like that, you want to be in the arena, you're gonna want something like this, and it costs 18,000 pink gems. So I personally will never ever buy that. That's a lot of gems. But you know, maybe one of you guys are like, this one is the one I want. I want all URs. So yeah, it's up to you how much you guys want to go hard. Okay. So that is, oh yeah, I guess here we go. I'll just do really quick. You can always click these. Again, there's like URs to choose from over time. And then for this one, there's only this resonance. And then everything else is not part of a set. So I guess just try and get any of these 3. And I guess at that point, since you're not gonna have to worry about having 3 side by side, you could choose Nikki and Maryland 1 for this. But I'm saying this off the cuff. I haven't really like looked at it and researched it. So make sure you just look at what you're doing. But I hope that these tips will help you out. Again, here's 3 URs. Maybe you'll do 3 URs, 2 SSRs, excuse me, because maybe these are not available or something for some reason. I know that these I know that these do come in, yeah, by merging the concepts. So, and again, I'm not sure how you get these. I guess I might as well check with you guys. Okay, both of them can, so yeah, this one looks like eventually you can have all URs over time. And if you really want to get like specific, you can just see which one gives you the highest point value and trying to incorporate those. Looks like this self-cognition actually looks a little bit better by like a few points. So maybe putting your self-cognition 1 or your self-cognition 3 in the core slot, and then having, I guess if you only have 2, you're not going to have the resonance though, right? So maybe just stick with Hell's 1 and 2, but it could be possible that the point value, the max point score will like be better than having the resonance from Hell's. So I'm not sure, I'm not actually really sure about that. So I'll leave that to you. Okay, let's go back and let's talk about reflections. So reflections can be leveled up, okay? They can also be ranked up with the keys, and they can also be awakened. So that's like the 3 things you got to know about upgrading your reflections. And I have a little graphic here where on the left is glow and glittering date. That's like the one that you can get from the gacha. And then the awakened form on the right. So you get a different picture, and all of this reflection stats will be increased by 15% when you awaken them. And how you awaken them is by having 1 extra copy of that reflection, as well as having every clothing item from that reflection set. So I'll show you guys that in the arc. Okay, let's go to the arc. Let's look at, let me go back. Let me go to awaken. So I don't have Lilith's. Oh, I do. Okay, so I have 1 copy of Lilith's. 1 extra copy, I should say, of Lilith's Voice of Desire that I got by random from the gacha. But I don't have all of her pieces from her set. So that's why I cannot awaken her yet. But as you can see, once I do, I get to have this 15% stat increase. And I'll just claim this for right now. This is because so the reason why I can claim that one was because I got it from the gacha, and the star level of this designer is at 1-3. So that's kind of like its ranked up type of thing. But I can't get these. Let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, I don't own this hat, which is why I can't. I think that she is like a higher star level, but I can't do it. Yeah, she's at least star 3-3 because I have the shoes and I was able to claim the recolor of the shoes. So this is just good to know. And once you get all of them, you get some gems back. So okay, yeah. So as you can see, this is why an ultra rare reflection, a UR reflection, will be way harder to upgrade and rank up and level up and awaken than an SSR or an SR, because getting all the pieces from something means that either you're really lucky or you're like saving up for an event or you spend on the event. And on top of that, you want to get you want not just 1 copy of the reflection, you want 2, otherwise you can't awaken it. So yes, that's why there's always been the tip of like just upgrade an SSR instead of waiting for an UR. Okay, so since it's on this page too, let's talk about its passives really quick, because it is also why it's hard to upgrade a UR and why everyone, well, at least in my research, everyone's recommending upgrading a lot of these SSRs while you wait to get these other ones. And that's its passive. So let's look at, I guess, Low and Glittering Date. Oops, I need to go back to the regular designer's reflection spot and then go click on him. I will upgrade him later when I have all his set. Okay, so here's the passive effects, and you're going to want to upgrade these all to, I think it's 5, so you want 5 down on the passive effects. And when you hit upgrade, you're going to see that you're going to need an ultra rare outfit crystal. And if you click that, you realize that you have to decompose clothes to get that, and the clothes have to be ultra rare. So I haven't been playing for that long. I have not gotten multiple copies of a UR clothing. Maybe I've gotten like once. I don't even know if I've even gotten 1 because I don't spend in the game. I mean, I buy the monthly pass, but like I don't really buy pulls outright, so I'm really careful about my pulls. So I have not gotten multiples of any UR, I think. And right now it says, right now it says 2 outfit crystals UR, but eventually you're going to need, I think, a lot more. I don't think it's 2 each level. I think it increases each time. Let me just see that. I don't have enough to do it twice. Oh wait, but I have enough to do it once, so let me look at this. I'm upgrading him, even though I think I might have someone better already, but okay, so the first time is 5. Let's do it. And the second time is 10. Yeah, okay, so this is exponential, or I'm not sure if it's linear or exponential, because I'd have to do it one more time to really tell, I guess. But basically, each time you do this, you're going to need more, so you're going to need to have more decomposed clothing. So that's why an SR is so much easier to max out its passives. But an SR is way, way weaker than even an SSR, so it might not be worth really investing. Even though you can invest in the passives for the SRs, maybe it won't be that worth it because the SRs get outclassed very, very quickly. And there are actually quite a few graphs and like other information that you can get from Nightshade's YouTube channel and EV Gaming's YouTube channel, and they have been like the 2 biggest sources of information when I'm making this video, so definitely go check them out. They have really, really great videos. But I think for me, I felt like I had to kind of like still do quite a bit of research, and I hope that this video can like round out what they've got, and they've got a lot more, I think, in-depth info, so definitely check them out. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Oh yeah, okay, so here now I have basically recommendations. I'm gonna have early game recommendations, mid game, or like kind of like long term but not the best recommendations, and then finally the last slide will be late game or end game recommendations, and they're the most powerful ones that I could find through my research. Most powerful reflections. So okay, early game. It's commonly recommended for Chinyi Moonlight Orchid. He is in the designer intel hub. Do not level this guy up like to max or anything like that. It's really unnecessary. You're probably gonna pull a better gorgeous, or I think it's elegant, tagged reflection. Just be patient, I think, if you're just starting out, because he's quite weak, but he might be the best you have, and I think that he's pretty relatively easy to obtain. I wouldn't even bother, like, I personally wouldn't even bother awakening him or anything like that unless you're really stuck. You can get him from the designer intel hub, and you only get 10 chances of 10 challenges of those quests each day. So I actually would recommend instead working on Zoe Mercenary Queen, who is an SSR for the cool tag, and she's definitely weaker than your the mid-game recommendations that I'm going to give in a little bit, but she is good enough. So yeah, I maybe be better to just focus on that. And remember, you're going to need every piece of clothing from this set. So like the Zoe Mercenary Queen set or suit, if you will, you're gonna need every single piece. It took me a long time for me to get her little bag. That's the last piece in the designer intel hub, so it's gonna take a while. Just do it every day. All right, anyways, enough about that. Next one is Low and Gleaming Vines. He is pretty good for the fresh tag, and you can get him in the Mind Maze. So again, that's a challenge stage, so it's gonna take a few days, a few weeks, maybe even like a month or 2 to get him, to get all the things to craft his suit, and then also get a copy of him, and then be able to awaken him. But honestly, I don't know if, I have him awakened. I just got Mercury from I think it was, let me just check really here. Mercury, yeah, from the diamond. So basically I got Mercury from the PvP, and I think, actually, why don't we do this together? I'm wondering which one's more powerful right now. So I'm going to go into formations, fresh, and I'm going to click on Lowen. Okay, he gives me 18,949, and he is an SSR maxed out, but not his passives. Okay, and then unequip him, and let's try Mercury, who's not even full. Oh, he's so weak right now. So yeah, I am curious when I 5-star and completely upgrade him. I I'm curious to see how much stronger he will be than Lowen. I don't have enough keys to show. Okay, well, let's see what this did. Yeah, okay, so I guess maybe I will one day give you guys a pinned comment about whether he's a lot more powerful in an unawakened state than Lowen or not. Okay, and then I'm going to go through the next ones really quick. Leonid, you get from the story. Don't invest too much in him. You will get a much better version of the sweet tag or pretty tag. Do not like go crazy on him. Same with Ashley, who's just an SR. Just don't. Yes. So please like take the start info at the bottom seriously. Like don't go crazy upgrading these guys. It takes a lot of resources, and you're going to want it for the mid-game reflections, which actually they will take a while for you to get, and they will take a while for you to upgrade, and they will be quite strong. Like they're not as strong as the endgame reflections, but these are not bad in any way whatsoever. I will make you think pretty competitive. So what we have here are Ophelia Lightbringer, who actually, when I'm making this video right now, you can get her from PvP, and in the future you can just go like back in time and like look at older PvP. That's how I got Mercury Elves Elegy. Yeah, you'll always be able to get her and him, so this lady and this guy from PvP, and you're just gonna have to be patient because, you know, as long as you do your PvP, you're gonna get the currency, and just it's gonna take time, but that's how it is. She is much more powerful than Chinyi Sir Charles, which is from the styling competition. I think I remember seeing the graph. Okay, Hestia Past and Beyond is quite strong, but you get her from a VIP reward, so if you're spending money in the game, you'll probably get her, and in that case, just, you know, go all in on her, I guess, for the time being, unless, let me see, unless you got Hefe's Flames of Dawn. But again, remember, you have to have you have to have everything from their suit, and also an extra copy to make them awakened, and yeah, and then with awakening really is a pretty big boost. 15% stacks is not bad at all. And if you're gonna be upgrading their passives, that's its other thing. So I'm not saying you should be upgrading every single one that you see in the mid game here. I'm saying like choose one, whichever one you think is most likely to keep coming your way, and whichever one you can work on. And then you can get really picky about your late game reflections, and that will be a very long and slow process too. But now actually I am kind of thinking that it might be worth like just staying with these SSRs when you can, including Caprico. Maybe not Caprico, but that's just the exception, because Nikki is actually pretty competitive with these. I mean, not Mercury. Mercury is like way above from what I remember, but Nikki is a lot easier to get than Lilith, because Lilith is like all random gotcha. So, you know, keep that in mind. It maybe be worth doing that, because those those outfit crystals are no joke. I mean, at least in my experience so far, I haven't even gotten one. But I haven't played. I've only been playing for like a few. I think 100 days or something like that. Okay. Hopefully, I'm not rambling too much. I do want to point out. Okay, Cecilia Molten Gold, Nikki Starcy, and Unikina are all from Time Corridor. So, what's nice about that is just if you're logging in and you're doing they call them like lifetime suits, I guess. You're doing your Time Corridor, and each day you get like 7 chances, so you can let them build up, or you can do them 7 each day, and hopefully you have enough stamina. Those are very strong, very competitive, not the most strong, not the most competitive, but I think that they're a really good bet, basically. The diamond arenas are pretty, you know, like you'll get them over time too, so, you know, Caprico and Lilith, they're both from the gacha, so it's a pure chance, pure randomness. Caprico, I've, like, from being online and reading different stuff, you have a pretty good chance of being able to level him up and awaken him. He's just an SSR, so you have a pretty good chance of getting his suit and getting his second reflection copy. And you have a really good chance of getting all of the outfit crystals that are SSR, because you probably will get copies of SSRs over the time. So I've heard a lot of people saying that they have an SSR Caprico, and that is fine. So, alright. And finally, late game, hopefully this video is not getting too long. So I don't know future reflections at all. Definitely if you have a source for future reflections, you can check that out. The only ones that I could find, and I couldn't find pictures of them even, is there will be an elegant Zoe from the gacha, and there will be one called something like Cloud Emperor Heavenly Sky. I don't even know if this is the official translation, or if either of these are, to be honest. Yeah, so basically Low and Glittering Date is gacha, but he is quite strong. Same with Lilith, Voice of Desire. They are both in the standard, like, I guess you call them standard banners from what I know, but I guess you could call them, I don't know what they're called in Shiny Nikki. But the one that just stays and you can like pull at any time and does not cost like special currency, that's where you get Lowen and Lilith, and you're gonna need everyone from their suit, and you're gonna need an extra copy, so keep that in mind. Hefes, Flames of Dawn was an event. Lowen, Flame Fox, I don't know if some people have him already or if he's coming up. Krista happened already, so if you know, at least at the time of my thing, but she's quite strong. But amazingly, there's someone stronger, because Krista was like really strong. From my research, Lingwu Flaming Tiger is much stronger. And then I put Nikki Starcy here because she was still pretty competitive with Lilith. I think that they're both good options, like, and a lot of people have struggled to find to get all the copies of Lilith or all the copies of all the suit pieces, so keep that in mind. And then if you spend big bucks, you will get Mercury Star Dream, and he's very powerful from what I saw from the charts, specifically pretty sure from Eevee's website, or Eevee's Discord / YouTube videos. Mercury is kind of bonkers. So I think that's everything. I hope that was helpful. I hope it wasn't too rambly. Let me know if you have any questions. I was pretty lost when I started. Hopefully this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.